Yo, morning, welcome back to the Project Jira, Respite shelter for those who are lost souls without a stable place to call home, as well as family, people to call family. And we're focusing right now on the more successful entertainment and relaxed, laid back, de-stressing portion of thousands, tens of thousands of different factors. We're focusing on more lighthearted, relaxing part of life, I guess. We've been focusing on reactions recently. We sorry behind the scenes and then onto reactions recently. Had to take a bit of a hiatus, and unfortunately we still have more stuff to do. That has I don't know if it's behind the scenes, but it is content that is not necessarily video form reaction. So the point is it's a little bit more boring. And in particular, this video we've been trying to get out for quite some time. It's a Reddit post, so we don't really want to do too many of those because there's so much typewritten stuff. Like the content's all posts. It's a lot of commentary. It's a lot of talk. It's more suited for a podcast and a blog rather than it is for, say, a video format. But we've got to get through it, and it feels a little bit like a chore. I feel maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. So you should only do things when you want to do them. If you want to make it, that's to a degree, when you're motivated to do it. But there's also the other side catch. It's that sometimes you don't really have much of a choice if you have constraints and deadlines. So I'm just going to try and see if I can get through most of this. Get through all this today, right here, right now. I don't want to delay this any further. Reddit has been driving me nuts. It's a source of anxiety because every time I wake up, I have to wake up at a certain time of day before I cover this content because it's heavy and it's not a good idea to have to talk about this kind of stuff in the given household I'm in right now with certain types of relationships I'm having that are quite decrepit. I'll try to pick my words carefully, and the fact that I have to do that is exactly the point I'm trying to make about why we shouldn't do this. We should be careful about what we say here, given the residency. So look, there's 4 or 5 tabs. Let's just cover it very quickly. First of all, we went to Reddit first because we wanted to explore the ability for us to, and actually, did I even switch? I didn't switch the scene. So let's go straight to display. So this video again is going to be behind the scenes and / react, but the reaction is mostly like blog posts and stuff like that. So it's the exploration, in fact, of Reddit in general, transitioning over to more heavy topics of abuse, trauma, dysfunctional relationships, narcissism, and so on and so forth. Personality disorders, cluster B, and all the different things and symptomatology that's associated with all that stuff. So it's quite heavy. Now, what I will say is that we got through a lot of that in a previous video that we had released. It was with Gabor Mate and his video on authenticity and attachment that someone had uploaded. There were other common themes related to that, such as generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder. So we covered that in a previous video that was sort of like behind the scenes and had a specific type of content in mind, particularly mental health. Now, there was also another video before that we covered some Reddit threads. So this is the third Reddit video, and this particular one is largely quite heavy. So we'll start off here, just kind of knock off the inbox here. So this is more administrative stuff. This doesn't have so much to do with the heavy psychology and abnormal psychology. This has more to do with, sorry, there's something wrong with my ear. What I'm experiencing right now is
the snow covers the landscape.
Oh
Nature
god.
is transformed. Get inspired by the beauty of the winter season in the
Is that feeling you get when you have water stuck inside your ear?
Using the Kia Connect app to remotely set your ideal temperature and defrost your window.
And I know part of this is because I was doing a little bit of exercise, but I'm also developing a bit of rapid heart anxiety because I'm anxious to cover this information as soon as possible, and behind. I should have been taking a shower, should be cutting my hair, haven't been able to get through all that stuff. Okay, not performing well in the environment I'm in right now. I know it's so meta, right? Because we're talking about this stuff right now. as a topic, but we're also being directly impacted by things like that. Sorry for running the ad and not having been paused, not having paused it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but this is Reddit right here. Okay, I think I have my chops back together. The sound of my right ear is gone now. But start chatting. All direct chats will show up here. This seems to be the messaging board. There doesn't seem to be anything here right now. So send a private message, inbox sent. Again, I was exploring Reddit before I decided to go into the deeper topics that were relevant to what I was interested in. And that's sort of what happens when you join a platform, right? You first join a platform, and then they give you a list of all the communities and subtabs and in this case, not subthreads, but like subreddits, right? That's what they call it. And I don't want to cut this. I don't want to edit this out because it's a demonstration of what I experienced. So it's just genuine, honest, and real. Let's get to it. Messages. Send a private message. Inbox sent. All read unmet messages. Comment replies. Post replies. Username mentions. About blog. Advertising. So this one has supposed to have my messages. There are some messages I need to get back to. Someone left. I left a post. Someone replied to me, and I didn't get back to them yet. But it seems it was like March 11th. That's quite some time ago, and it's quite personal. It seems, and I don't want to therefore read it out loud over here, because that's that person's personal situation. So I'll leave that open because I do want to reply to them eventually. Raised by narcissists. So the subreddit, right? Immediately we just hop into a heavy topic. So this support group for people raised by abusive parents with toxic, self-absorbed, or abusive personality traits, which may be exhibited by those who suffer from cluster B personality disorders. Please share your stories, your questions, your histories, your fears, and your triumphs. Significant others and friends are all welcome. Read it again. This is a support group for people raised by abusive parents with toxic, self-absorbed, or abusive personality traits, which may be exhibited by those who suffer from cluster B personality disorders. Please share your stories, your questions, your histories, your fears, and your triumphs. Your significant others and friends are all welcome. Created February 18, 2013, with 861,000 members now. Thank you. Come on. Online, 964 people. It's not good. I'm gonna die. When a narcissist is confronted, trigger warning enabling. I don't know if I agree with trigger warnings, but okay. Anyways, there's a post. What's going on? This is painfully reminiscent. I'm not gonna read the original post. Out of respect for privacy and so on and so forth. I think he meant for this to be left on Reddit, this subreddit, not to be thrown around in across the internet. And I replied, this is painful and reminiscent. It's basically a story of experience he's having right now of trying to support both his guardians, his biological mother and father, financially and through their health issues as they enter old age. But the father is much of what you call an enabler. I don't like labels, but that's what it is. And then the mother is very much of a narcissistic, heavy narcissist. So especially when your blood father became fed up with you for standing up against her behavior. My condolences. Maybe you've made a mistake in providing too much benefit of doubt, but can still make a decision to do otherwise. And I'm not going to go further beyond, but basically down there, he's always kind of guilt tripped into it because his very enabling father, who tries to support the very poisonous and disruptive spouse or biological mother, just ends up turning against his own son. So it's weird. It's, that's why I say this very relatable stuff. So heavy stuff, not gonna go through it. Yeah, it's not a very pleasant video. Not only did I end up starting this video with like something in my ear, and then having my heart rate like shoot up because I'm so pressured by the timelines right now. I have, like, it's supposed to be right now. I feel so awful. I haven't taken a shower in 6 days because of all the setup that I've been doing. I'm just itching to jump in the shower and do my laundry and just take care of basic household things. But the project takes priority because it takes priority, right? It's so important that I get this done. Otherwise, I know that I'm just going to fall into a bad routine again. The irony is, unless I'm on track with the project, everything else, including the shower and the laundry, falls apart. So they're intricately tied together. It's all about just getting stuff done as soon as I possibly can, as much as I possibly can. And that's unfortunately what's also contributing to the poor performance in this video, aside from the heavy topics, right? This isn't supposed to be that painful, honestly. I'm largely over this, but the time crunch, the deadlines, and then having this stupid thing in my ear, I don't know what's going on right now. It's just kind of making things worse. I feel so bad. You know when you guys go swimming and then you got water stuck in your ear and then it never comes out until like 2 hours later? Oh. And it interferes because with your voice, because then you sound so nasally, right? I hate that. Oh, God. Oh. Water in my ear. Okay, close that. Close it. Get out of here. Fuck. Come on. Got a video to do and I can't get it done because it's something so stupid. Okay. Ten seconds. I think I smacked the shit out of my ear right now. And hopefully it's gone. Okay. Alright. Okay. We could... Oh, it's back again. Not good at all. Alright, we're jumping straight ahead into the subreddit mental illness. F's in the chat, boys. The only people who see this are on Patreon. Obviously, the rest of it is like, not as, we're gonna edit this out and put it on YouTube, but oh, it feels horrible. Okay, subreddit mental illness. Okay. At least we got through the subreddit on Raised by Narcissists. Okay, so subreddit mental illness. What to do if you're having blah. I'm obviously not going to read that. Support crisis lines, crisis support lines, North America, Central, and South America. I'm going to mute that away. Asia, Africa, and of course they give all the different. Needless to say, this is a subreddit dedicated to mental illness, and there's a certain word here that's supposed to be censored, so we're not going to cover that. We're not going to say that, and we're not speak it. Otherwise, we're going to get this video taken down on YouTube. But contact a crisis line. You can find the list we maintain below. Contact a close family member, a friend, or religious leader. Create a safety plan. This template will help you guide through it. Remove the means from your environment if possible. Have someone dispense medication for you. Keep it locked up, along with any knives and any firearms. Create a list of reasons to live. Can be anything from your dog missing to the release of a new video game to seeing the leaves change color. Any reason is a good reason to live, no matter how small, and it's not a cry for help. Listen to Boggle, he's a wise owl. Distract yourself. YouTube, Tumblr, video game, cooking. Find something you can do for a few hours. Distract yourself with it while you want to. Okay? Crisis support lines. Disclaimer, if you need urgent medical assistance, please call 911 in USA or Canada, 999 in UK or Ireland, 000 in Australia, or 112 in most other countries. Every effort is made to ensure the information presented in these pages is current. Sometimes, however, things are missed. If you recognize incorrect information, please send a mod mail so we can update the listing. North America, Central America, blah, blah, blah. It goes all the way down, all through all the different countries. Okay, interesting. Reasons to live. I like that. Mad at work. Mad at work. Stop self-harm. Stop drinking. Okay. Filter by trigger warning, self-harm, mod post. I made this. Human resources support. God. Nice. Beefy the cat. Message the mods. And here's the rules. Do not ask or suggest a diagnosis. Be civil and respectful. Do not attempt to prescribe treatments. 4, no alternative medicines. 5, no self-promotion or advertising. That's kind of stuff. 6, do not encourage or endanger activities. 7, depictions of self-harm. No depictions of self-harm. Do not post polls or surveys without consulting the mods. And if you do wish to, and you can expand all the rules to get more details. I didn't know that, but that's cool. Okay. We're not going to read through all that. Okay, great. We got another one done. All right, it's a very heavy thread. Again, I can't actually speak about this stuff because that certain word is censored on YouTube. Okay, move aside. Our mental Reddit, mental illness, once again, same subreddit. So I was passing by here once again, also as I was exploring the confines of Reddit. Again, you join Reddit, and then it has a bunch of communities that they suggest for you, which may be your interests, that you can select and join and get started on exploring their platform. Now, here's another post. If you're struggling, please check out our list of resources. You're not alone. So I wonder what this is. Oh, when you click this, it leads to crisis mental help. Got it. So we can close this. Okay, this was pretty useful. So this is the subreddit depression. Now I will say there were at least one or two more other subreddits that were open, or not subreddits, but threads that were open, tabs that had subreddits. And I lost it because the browser crashed. This was last week or so. But it's not a big deal. Heavy topics, not a lot of fun to discuss. Regular check-in posts for the people with suffering from major depressive disorder, so MDD. Welcome to depressions. Now, it's not just like regular, it's not the whole vernacular everyday, I'm depressed kind of thing. No, we're talking about depression disorders. And apparently there's like 10 types. We ran through them like in a video about like 10 last week as well, covering seasonal affective disorder, manic depression, all that stuff, which is just bipolar really. Okay, welcome to our depressions check-in post, a place to take a moment and share what's going on and how you're doing. If you have an accomplishment you want to talk about, these shouldn't be standalone posts and stuff as they violate the role model rule. Interesting. But are welcome here. Or are having a tough time but prefer not to make your own post, this is a place you can share. Our subreddit rules are located at sidebar. You can also access them at https://www.reddit.com/depression/rules. Since all of them exist for important safety reasons, we ask everyone here to read and follow them. Please click report on any harmful content you see here. We always want to know and deal with them as soon as we can. We also have several wikis out there for finding and giving support. https://reddit.com/r/reddit. Wiki, what is depression? Provides guidance about what is and what isn't a depressive disorder, guidance on the complex nature of illnesses that are usually grouped under the depression label, and redirect information for common off-topic issues. The next link offers information on the nature and value of peer support for mental health issues in general, and lots of guidance for learning what is and what isn't usually helpful in giving peer support. Okay, YSK. I don't know what that abbreviation stands for. That the types of rule violations that we most commonly see frequently interfering with people getting safe and relevant support here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, people breaking the private contract rule. You should never trust anyone who gets, okay. 2, I'm here to help posts. Shows you understand the most basic principles of peer support, especially selectivity. Giving help wiki explains more about this. Basic principles. Role modeling, achievement, or advice posts. So this is an expert-free zone. That's what peer support means. We know that internet culture celebrates not just bragging about your achievements, but bragging about your good intentions. Nothing like that is ever acceptable here. Content that's more about making a statement or casually polling the sub than seeking personal support, or in a comment giving it. Rules 1, 2, 5. Off-topic posts about difficult situations or circumstances, including interpersonal losses, grief, sadness, anger, other difficult emotions are not mental illnesses. The What is Depression wiki has suggestions for other places to post about these issues, which are 100% valid and serious, but inappropriate here in this particular location. So, okay, Please stay on topic. Depression is the most important, difficult to talk about. If you want to talk about thoughts or risk of blah, go there instead. It may seem that we have a lot of rules, but we found they're all necessary to maintain as much emotional and physical safety as possible. Most were surprised by at least some of our policies, so read them all carefully before jumping in. Please click report if your post is not appearing. We are not a crisis service. We can't guarantee immediate responses. And note, the Android subreddit app has a bug that causes wikis not to work. Oh. Ugh. This video is just a mess. I can still feel it in my ears. Well, we will upload this. It's a bad video, but we're going to upload it. We got to be real. I know no one's going to watch it. It's okay. It's not a very pleasant video. But we had to knock this off. Okay, if there's anything hit by a death of someone, oh, I would sure appreciate hearing how you got through it. I don't know. Like my soul slipped right through. This is too personal stuff. I'm going to try not to show much of this. Just going to skip. Okay. We are not going to broadcast this at all. We end right here. So for those of you who are interested in just receiving some sort of help or giving a little bit of a vent, I don't think this is quite the right place actually, because they just mentioned what is and what is not appropriate. So unless you have depression, you shouldn't be coming here just to vent. Let's close this. But that's another place that I explored, and I was really happy to see that these kind of resources and communities are available. And they're out there. Okay, I have to reply to this person, and that's it. That's the end of this entire video. I feel horrible right now. I don't know what's wrong with my ear, and I'm just glad to say that that's taken care of, because that was the most boring thing I've done in a long ass time. Well, it's not a long ass time. It's the most boring thing I've done in a very short amount of time. Just a couple of days ago, that was also very boring. A lot of behind the scenes stuff drove me mad up the wall crazy, because I still can't take a shower and do the laundry because of this. All right, we end this. This is the end project, dude. What a horrible video. This is only we will edit and post a little snippet of this over on YouTube, but most of this will be uncut, unedited on Patreon. So that's about it. Oh, it's now we're signing out. Let's get the hell out of here. Peace. And the next one will be far better. We'll be focusing on some reactions. Okay, bye.